Hello everyone, you're welcome back to OZK TV. I hope you'll be feeling good and doing well. Well, you're welcome to this video. This is really not a happy one, but you see, we have to still do our work, do the best we can so that we keep people informed and let them know what is happening out there. Her name is Chisom Chukwuneke. No, she's not. She's pretty. She's not going for any audition or anything. We lost her. She's dead. She died from leukemia. Quite sad. Such a brilliant girl. She had 7 A1 A's in 2019. As a matter of fact, she had the best Wassce result, class of 2019. But sickness came. Death came calling. Sometimes you wonder, this death does not hear please. It does not hear wait. It does not hear. Cannot even say, oh, this is a child. Oh, this is this person. It just comes. We just pray that God, should comfort this family. This is a great loss. It's a huge loss, honestly. Terrible loss. May her soul continue to rest in peace. You see the clips. You see how the father is even a medical doctor. So that at times, even with the medicine, even with everything, that still comes. That is the most annoying part of it. It comes, no matter what you do. Quite a pity, a huge loss.
Well, she's a kind of a girl who always wants the best for other children. And above all, a very intelligent girl. And that will always be objective in whatever she does. She always wants the best for the African child. That was why I was surprised that she had this problem. Even in her space, she was still telling Daddy, remember, I have opportunities that other children do not have. Let's know what to do to help them. That's her idea. She wanted to be a software engineer, but looking at how the healthcare is and what she passed through during her problem, she felt, she had to go into medicine and be a pediatrician so that she can help the African child. She was seriously sick. The problem started since February last year. In fact, the day she took the further mass, I gave her injection, narcotic injection, to stop the pain. And she went there and equally got one in that. While she was crying of pain, she was writing the exam. So she was sick that time she was taking the exam. It was after the exam that, I had to take her outside the country. I made sure that whatever resources, everything I had, I put it to save my daughter. And, it was not possible. At least I can talk to you now because I did all the things that I was supposed to do that was humanly possible for my daughter. And she also acknowledged it.
My name is Chisom and this is Everyday with Chisom. Anyways, this is not going to be like a vlog or something where I talk about my everyday life. It's just going to be where I talk about how I deal with my CML and also a way for me to inform other people about everything that comes with CML, and that is not the worst case scenario and it always gets better. I'm going to start first by trying to explain to people who don't really know about it what CML is. CML is short for chronic myeloid leukemia, and chronic myeloid leukemia is a type of leukemia where there is a gene mutation in the myeloid cells. The myeloid cells are immature cells, like the baby cells, before they grow up and mature and begin to do what they're supposed to do. You could be the red blood cells, the white blood cells, or the platelets. But in this exact case scenario, it's the white blood cells. So this gene mutation is called the BCR-ABL. Everybody has the BCR-ABL, but it depends on how high your percentage is. Your percentage could be 0.1. That is why you don't have CML. But my percentage at the time was 80%. That is so much. So this gene mutation causes the CML not to grow up and do what it's supposed to do. And these leukemia cells, as they continue to produce, and they rapidly divide in the bone marrow, they also cause pain. They also spill into the blood, causing other problems. And there is a particular organ in your body called the spleen. Kind of helps to reduce infection. It helps with infection and stuff like that. So the spleen is affected because the spleen begins to absorb these leukemic cells, these immature myeloid white blood cells. You get? And it becomes big. I remember a time where my spleen was so large and my tummy was so big. I couldn't really sit down like this, the way I'm sitting down. I was always lying down because it was so big, and anytime I sat down, it was uncomfortable. So the spleen becomes enlarged and affected, and sometimes it can cause pain. I've never really had pain from my spleen, I thank God. But some people really have pain from the spleen. And the drug I normally take with here is Pefalgan. Pefalgan is just simply IV paracetamol. It just goes in direct and stops the pain. Then the other drugs that I've taken will now slowly make the pain not to come back so quickly. Because Pefalgan for me is useless. Most people, it lasts for 6 hours. But for me, it lasts for 2 hours. Recently, it still lasted for 30 minutes. I don't know, my body, there's a way it responds to pain. Even right now, I'm connected to morphine. But I can still have pain anytime, even though the morphine is really high. My body, something else. I feel to be a drug addict. The way most people treat chronic myeloid leukemia is through TKIs. These are called thyroid kinase inhibitors. Thyroid kinase inhibitors is practically the thing that causes the leukemia cells to not grow, that BCR-ABL. The thyroid kinase inhibitors, they just cause these cells to mature by force and therefore, I remember I was in the hospital. I was in really excruciating pain. I took the Tasigna for the first day. I took for the second day. The pain left. I didn't have any sign of the pain again. There are different types. There's the first generation, the second generation, and there's the third generation. Right now I'm on the third generation because I've been having a series of mutations. You get? The first generation, one of them is called Gleevec. I took Gleevec for some time when I was still back in Nigeria. I almost died. I had pleural infusion. That is like water in my lungs and stuff like that. I had masses in my liver. I had a lot of things. I could have almost died if my dad didn't stop me. The second one is Tasigna. It can be Tasigna or Sprycel. I've been on both Tasigna and Sprycel. When the Tasigna stopped working and I came back to South Africa, my first doctor put me on Sprycel that wasn't even working. And this TKIs, expensive. You can spend millions on it. Millions, serious millions. My Tasigna was 1.something million. The Ponatin I'm on now, if I was paying for it, I would be paying 2 or 3.something million every month for my drugs. It's too expensive, but luckily I'm on compassionate use. I don't want to talk about when I was first diagnosed. How I started noticing that I was not feeling well was that I was having pains. That was in February. I remember February 6th. I was having pains and I told my dad, and we went to the hospital. He did a test and we got the results immediately. And we found out that my white blood cells were very high. That was those immature cells building up. So when we saw it, he was really shocked, and he was my dad is very protective of us, and he loves us, and which I thank God for. And he was so worried, and he started going through everything. I went back to school and I was going through it. The pain was increasing. day by day. I would be taking drugs, the pain would be increasing. I remember I was having civic education. Like the pain started. I don't even know. I went to the nurse. She gave me this drug called I'm going to put it by the side when I remember. She gave me the drug. The drug makes you really, really sleepy. Like whenever I take it, I sleep straight for the whole thing that works immediately. And my buttocks. She gave me the drug, and it didn't work because sometimes my body doesn't respond to all these drugs. I went back. I was still in pains. What am I going to do? I have to write my exam. Am I going to have hysterics there? And I was feeling so sleepy. Oh God, I almost fell asleep. I couldn't stop myself from crying because I didn't know what to do. And I was just writing. I didn't even know what I was writing. My handwriting was jaga. And I called my dad before that. And he sent the driver to bring cocodamol. Cocodamol is like a mixture of paracetamol and codeine. I took cocodamol, and the pain was reducing a bit, but it was still really, really hard for me to write that civic education. That aside, as I was saying, the pain kept increasing, and it kept increasing, and it kept increasing. I mean, I kept getting worried. Every day, I had to get tests every day. My body has gotten enough injection. Sometimes there will be an improvement. Sometimes everything will look like hell. Hell is on earth. One day, went to Oshun, or is it Ogun? I get confused by this. Ondo, Oshun, Ogun. Anyway, just went to Ile-Ife. We had to go to Obafemi Awolowo University. We had to know whether it was chronic myeloid leukemia or juvenile arthritis. Juvenile arthritis is what is it called again? It's an immune disease. It's just your body attacking you. Your immune system attacking you, just attacking your bones and stuff like that. That's what juvenile arthritis, or maybe just a leukemia reaction. Leukemia reaction is just when your blood just start acting up, but that really isn't a serious thing about it. We heard about a place in Abuja that does the test too. We went there. I also saw my mom. We did the tests, and I also saw the same thing. I had CMO. Okay. Then we said, okay, I have CMO. That will start the Gleevec. That was when I said the Gleevec. Then I finished my WAEC. Then the day we took plans to come to South Africa too. The day I was supposed to come to South Africa, that is when they gave me my visa. They hadn't given us the visa since, but Chiamaka had exams to write. On that 27th night, that was also one of the worst times of my life. I had pain, I had vomiting, I had a lot of things wrong with me, and that's when I feel like the disease became worse. My dad started treating me at home. He got the drip set itself. He gave me the drip. He also consulted a lot of doctors who prescribed some drugs for me. So I started taking these drugs. And he started falling sick because taking care of me is actual hard work. So I told him that he should please just take me to the hospital before something happened to him. So we went to Intersobi. And Intersobi, I stayed there for 2 weeks. In the second week, around one Thursday, my legs started swelling up. I feel like it's the leukemic cells. My legs started swelling up. Everywhere was swollen. I couldn't even walk again. So my dad decided to take me to UNTH. They gave me chemo. They gave me chemo twice. They gave me chemo the first time. Okay, the pain still continued. There was this doctor, Tessimaya, that this thing. She suggested that they should not give me chemo again. That they should just start managing me on TKIs. That she feels that is better. But I saw that doctor. What was his name again? Dr. Okbara? If I catch him. Anyways, he said, no. That they'll give me second chemo. And that they will even increase, what's it called again? Increase the dosage. They increased the dosage. And they gave me the chemo. Okay, yeah, and the pain stopped for a while. I started vomiting blood. I started throwing blood. I couldn't eat. I had mucositis. My whole mouth was wounded. My whole esophagus, my whole digestive tract. There are wounds, scarification. Jesus, I suffered. I couldn't eat for 2 or is it 3 weeks. I was on Ensure, and I even hated the Ensure. Whenever I took the Ensure, I would just vomit it afterwards. What was the point? I reduced weight. I was so scared. I thought I was going to die, and it's not even like they took care of me. Only one day, I feel like this particular day I was going to die, because apparently I called my dad and told him that I was feeling so weird and I should just come because I'm scared. And he came and he tested me and stuff like that, and found out that my hemoglobin was low, like really lower than low, and I was hypoglycemic, meaning that my sugar levels were honestly lower than normal. So he called them immediately, told them to come and give me drip, and he called for blood to be given to me, and he went to get platelets. He came by 12 o'clock in the night and gave me the platelets, because getting platelet concentration in Nigeria is something else. It's either you go to Abakaliki to get the better one, or in Nigeria or in Enugu you go to this man, I've forgotten his name, but he's a criminal. It's too expensive for the nonsense platelet concentration. You can even see the red. It's red. The concentration is red. It's supposed to be looking yellowy. What else are you going to do? So he gave it to me like that. Then I now started feeling better. I told him that we had to rush to South Africa. We had to go to South Africa. But it was so dangerous to actually even go to South Africa, because my platelets were 19. And there was the fear that once we reach the higher altitude, that I'll start bleeding from all my orifices. Orifices are all my holes: my mouth, my nose, my ears, my eyes. My dad carried me, put me on the plane, and we went to South Africa. And I went to South Africa and I got better. They gave me the drug. Dr. Jackie Thompson, who right now I pray that she suffer for the rest of her life, because she's a witch, she's evil, and she's demonic. Drug they gave me, it helped me. I was even able to return to Nigeria in the ending of September for a while. Yeah, since November 1st. I'll come back soon, because I know that God is not going to allow me to live the rest of my life in South Africa. Thank you for watching, even though I'm pretty sure that this video was unprepared. Obviously, I'm probably going to get better, so I hope that you stay along with me. I just wanted you to know how I got myself here. I'm probably going to explain more things along the way, talk about how many instances I've almost died, and the situations that my dad thinks that we sent somebody to come and kill me. Honestly, my time here has both been trying, it has been funny, it has been okay. I found people that I don't want to ever lose in my life.